topics. Let me go through the topics. So first we discussed about the programming languages and we discussed about the Python shell. Then after that we discuss about how to get an input and output, and then about the programming basics like how to declare variables. And here we learned that Python, it does not declare variable. Instead of that, what you can do is you can comment. You can use comments to show the meanings of the variables, because you can directly use without declaring. That's in Python. And then we learned about how to give an output, basically input and output. Then the data types, right? There are data types like integer, numbers, whole numbers, floating point numbers, strings, and Boolean. Only few data types, 4 data types. But in addition to that, it has complex data types like lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets. Right? Lists, tuples, dictionaries, and set. But I think we didn't discuss that part. So then we discussed about how the comparison operators, so the Boolean expressions and the arithmetic operators, the comparison operators, how to compare two things. And then here, so the if else basically used in the comparison. And we got to know that switch case is not there. So if else, elif is used instead of that, right? Here, if elif and else, this is how multiple if else statements given. Then, okay, then we discussed about iteration, for loop basically. For loop and 3 things actually. For loop can be, so for loop also you can give in various formats. For x in range, so you can give it without mentioning the start, then it will start from, yes, if you have not mentioned the starting point, then it will start from 0. Yeah, 0 to 5 or 0 to 4. 0 to 4. 0 to 4. Then if range is given, it will start from the starting number, but it will finish before the ending number. And the steps can be given. Reverse steps can be given like minus steps. And also you can give a list. Right? List of items can be given for iterations. Then for each, here, so you have these 4 loops. And then again, we learned that for repetition, you can use while. Yeah. This is how while loop is used. And then arrays, actually we discuss about the lists. List is the mechanism to declare array in Python. We discussed that. And in addition to list, you have tuples, dictionaries, but we didn't discuss much about that. And here's how you declare multi-dimensional array or array of array, or 2D array. So there are many ways to declare arrays, right? Here you can see one is just declare empty list and add items. The second one is declare list with items. Third one is declare list with a loop. You can give the loop and assign. Then you can declare a loop by declare item by multiplying empty string. So the times that you need, you can multiply and create an array or list. So these are the 4 methods. Can you remember these methods? Yeah. Right. Okay. So if you want to store, okay. Right. If you want to store square numbers in array, can you tell me the method to square? If you want to store square numbers from 1 to 100 in an array or in a list, how to do that? Square numbers from 1 to 100. Let me go to IDLE. This is my IDLE. Let's take file new. So can you tell how to do this? If I need square numbers from 1 to 100 in a list or array, how to do this? using for loop? Yes. You can first name the array name, then you can tell the loop. What is the loop? For, yes, you can say for I in range, for I in range 1 to 11, 1 by 1. So what to do? You have to store, yes, I into I, no? I into I,
Yeah.
right? So in between,
Yeah.
what you have to do here? Here, what you have to use? Here, see the law. You have to use, right? Here you have to use the variable, basically 0. So instead of 0, you are using the variable for I into I. So you can just bracket it if you want. I into I for I in range 1, 11. Then it will go from 1 to 10. It will store I into I. So if you want to print that SQR, you can do like this. Let's run this. And now you can see after doing this, it will be printing. Let's say example 004.python. Okay, here 1 to 100 square numbers stored in an array. Remember
Right.
these things we discussed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then okay, if you want to store one times table to 13 times table in a 2D array, how to do that? One times table to 13 times, that means 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 3, 1 into 4, up to 1 into 13. And then 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, like 2 into 13. Then 3 into 1 from 3 into 13. And up to 13 into 13. How to store? In a 2D array or two-dimensional array. Yes? Can you suggest a code? Okay, this is my array. That is 2D array. TDA, let's say 2D array. Equal, yes? Yes, you can tell. So here also it's there. The inside array, you can declare another array here. So Python inside array, you can declare here. So you can inside array, inside list, you can declare another list. This is the manual way to do that. You declare all the items. Second method is using a loop.
Yeah.
Okay, you can use the second method. You can use the second method and do this. How? Okay, you can tell me. Yes. Can you suggest? I just want to store 1 into 1 from. So okay, I'll do the smallest one. So I'll do one part. I want to store 1 into 1 into 1. 1 into 1. So let's say k up to 13. So you can say for I in for k in range 1 comma 14. So that way you can store. So if you print the second one TDA, but this is not two dimensional, this is one dimensional now, right?
Yeah.
TDA. So now you can see when I run this and print this, it will store from 1 to 13. 1 into 1, 1 into 2. So if you want to 2 into 2, 2 into 3, you can do like this 2 into 2, 2 into 3. Now 2 times table. So if you want 3 times table, you can say 3. Right. So I need 1 times to 13 times all. So how to do that?
Uh,
Yes.
we would keep we would loop it by incrementing it after it's done.
Yeah, you have to loop it again. So how to loop this again? You can say for maybe another variable j in range. Again the same thing, 1 to 14. You have to loop this, and this is now j, because this you have to loop through j times. Now this is j,
Yeah,
and let me print the two-dimensional array after doing this, and now we can see. Okay, now printed, but it's not stored as array. Now all the values are there here, 13, then 2 to 26, 3 to 39, 4 to 52, 5 to, but you have to store this in a list. How to make this in a list then?
yeah.
On the list how to make this a list. So all the values are stored now, but as a single list. I need this as a dimension. So what to do?
Uh,
I have all the values, right? Good. I have all the values, but not stored
yeah.
in the second dimension. It's stored in only a single dimension. Here, what is the here? See what's suggested in your book. So they have given this in square brackets here. Can you see? First loop
Yeah.
is given inside square brackets. So then, so what that means? This is another array or another list. So I can do the same thing here. I can make this list a separate one. This list is a separate one. Then again regenerate the particular list. So if I instruct like that, it will store, you know, you can see, it will store like this. Here the first array.
Oh,
So this. Now it's the second one.
yeah.
Now it's the third one. And the fourth one. Likewise store. So if you want, so only thing is here I'm just printing this without printing this like this. So I can print like this for let's say for p in range let's say p in range 13. So I can say print. This is more the better way. This is a better way to print TDA. I just want to print the pth item. I just need to print the pth item. Then it will print the pth item. Then so the item will be the array. So it's type. So it is p in range 13 TDA. Okay, TDA two-dimensional array. Now I just want to print the pth item. So what has happened? Type object is not subtractables. What has happened? 0 to 12 or 0 to 13, 0 to 13, that's okay. Okay, let's do like this. I just need to print this again. I'm going to use loop for age in range. Yeah, I have used wrong syntax. So you could have tell me, right? You have to guide me because you are
Oh,
the one who learned. You can tell. So wrong brackets.
right.
So now I'm going to print that. Okay, you can see. Yeah, the first one, second one, third one. The first
Yeah.
one is this one. I have to comment that that is not belongs to particular. Now you can see, right? The first one is square numbers. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can see 1 to 13, 2 to 16 and 26, 3 to 39, and 13 to 169. Understood?
Yes.
So P means that means TDH zero item itself is an array. This itself is an array. Array inside array. This is the array. So you better copy this or just
Yeah, I'll try the code, sir.
right. Okay, okay. Write the code, please. Right, then accessing element, you know how to access element. Okay, if I want to access 13 by 13, so I see for if I want to okay, let's say I want to access 5 into 9, 5 into 9. So then what how I am going to access? I can print the number, so I can access a two-dimensional array 5 9. Will it work? 5 into 9, 5 9. Will it work or is there anything else?
Mm,
If I want to print 5 into 9, GDA 59, will it print or it's wrong?
so we should say equal to 0.
No, no, no. So you can just, you are going to access the fifth row, ninth one. Fifth row, ninth
Uh-huh.
element, 5 into 9. So there you have stored 5 into 9 now. But when you access, you can see here, I'll get the answer. Okay, expected indentation. Okay, so this one, let me comment that. So if I run this, you will get 60. 60 means not 5 into 9, no? It is 6 into 10. So what has went wrong? What went wrong
Yeah.
here? So you know the numbers are starting from zero, labeling. So indexes are starting from zero.
Oh,
Then 5 into
0
9 will be 5 minus 1 into 9 minus 1.
minus 1.
4 into 8. 4 into 8 will print 5 into 9 because it starting from 0. So if you want to access 5 into 9, you have to tell. Okay. Now 5 into 9, you can see it's 45. It's correct, no? If you want to access 13 into 13, you have to tell
Yeah.
13 minus 1 into 13 minus 1. So 13 minus 1 into 13 minus 1 is 13 into 13, so which is 169. If you want to access 12 into 12, so you have to say 12 minus 1 into 12 minus, or you can say 11 into 11. So if you ask 11 to 11, it will print 12 to 12 into 12, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, understood how to access the elements. So this is how the elements are accessed. It's 0, 0 is 1 into 1. 0, 0 will be 1 into 1 because index is 1 less than the particular number because arrays
Yes.
in the lists index are started with. Okay, there are, I said that there are few type of data types in Python. There are, so in addition to lists, there are three other types of data types. Let me explain that too. In addition to this is actually, this is how you use lists. But in addition to that, you have something called tuple, right? Tuples are basically, you can do the same thing, but instead of the square brackets, you can use normal brackets. When you use normal brackets, so you will still get, let's print the SQR, you will still get these square numbers. Okay, generate object expected, SQR equal in range, right? Okay, we have given that. Mhm. So you have generate object, sorry. Let's do like this. You can store in the normal bracket. Let's give the values. So then if you print the SQR, it will print all the values. But
Mm-hmm.
since this is with normal bracket, this is called actually tuple. Tuple is similar to list, but it's read only. Read only means in here, the first one, so let's say SQR2, this one or some number 2 or maybe list 2 or L2, example 2, whatever. right? The example one, I'm
Mhm.
going to write like this. Example one, I'm going to write the same thing, but with square brackets. With square brackets, it will become a list. This is list. Right? In list, basically in list, you can change the item. Change the item means you can print the item. Let's say example one, you are going to print the zeroth item of this. You can do the same thing here in the tuple. You can print the item. No harm. You can do example two, print the item. It will work for you. Right? Let me run. You can see both are printed in one.
Yeah.
Means both are okay. Both are storing the values. But if I tell something like this, example one, the zeroth item equal, let me change the item to 10. Example one, zeroth item, I'm going to change it to 10. Here also, I'm going to change it to 10. The example two, zeroth item, I'm going to change it to 10. So let's run the first one and second one both. First one, you will get the result. It's 10. The zeroth item is
Mhm.
now 10. It has changed. But the second one, you can't do like this because tuple does not support item assignment. This is read only, so you can't do that. Understood the difference? You can print, that is okay. Read only, so
Mhm.
you can't do this. So in the other hand,
Right.
okay, that is the only difference in tuple. It's read only. You can't change. There's another one that is called dictionary. It's a list, but it has defined keys. Dictionary is similar to list, but it has defined keys. Means, let's change this to example 3. You have defined one. That means you can say, okay, zeroth item is 1. First item is, second item is, third item is 4. Fourth item is 6. Fifth item is 7. Sixth item is likewise. Seventh item is 9. So now this is exactly same to the list. Now you can print the example trees, zeroth item. So see what's going to happen. In the first one, it's altered and printed. The second one just printed. Third one also printed. And you can alter this.
Yeah.
If you want, you can alter this. Example tree, zeroth item, you can alter. That will also executed. You can alter the items in the dictionary. Yeah, that's why you got 10. But it has defined keys, right?
Yeah.
These are defined keys, but the first one is meaningless. But let's do it in meaningful manner. Meaningful manner, you can write like this example 4. Let's say name, the son, then age, say 30. Maybe then maths mark. Maths you got 89 marks. And then your address, let's say Wall Road, Colombo. Wall Road, Colombo. So now you can print these values. Print example 4. Now the key you can give example 4. Let's say I need the address. So likewise, I can print the address of the person. That is more meaningful one. This is how dictionary is exactly used. So keys can be integers like 0, 1, 2, but keys can be strings too. Or keys can be mix of both. Let's say you can say subject 1, you got 30 marks, subject 2, you got some other marks. Likewise, this is also valid. 130,
Right.
2. So you can mix the items, right? You can mix the values. Understood? But it has a key and value. So this is called key and this is called value.
Right.
If you want, you can print the keys separately. You can spray, print. You can print the keys and you can print the values. Four dot values. You can see keys are printed, then values are also printed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you can copy or write the same. And another thing, actually, I forgot. The last one is set. In set, you have items, but those items are not according to not according to an index order or key order, or any keys are not there. Items you can't access one by one. So it's just group of items. Set is
Right.
basically set. Set in maths similar to that. It's just group of items. So you can say S1 is within curly braces, curly brackets. You can say the items. Only thing is there's a special thing. If you have one items 2, 3 times, so now we can see 56 is 2 times, 34 1, 2, 3 times, and 23 2 times. If you write like this, but if you print the same list as one, if you print the same, see what's printed here. 34 one time, 45, this all are one time. So you can't have duplicates inside. You can have, but it will treat only one.
Right.
Okay, any of these things you can print as a,
Mhm.
any of these things you can print with for loop. You can say for item in S1, you can print the item. Then it will print the item in S1. See, it's iterable. It will print the item in S1. You can end it. This is, let's end with space. Okay, you can see. And the same thing you can apply for this ex4. ex4 also you can print the items. Ex4 means this dictionary, but basically it will print the keys right here: name, age, max, address. Those are
Yeah.
the keys. If you need the values, you have to tell without just saying the item, you have to tell ex4 the item, ex4 the item. Here. Okay, so let me keep all these things. You can refer this S1, you can print the items.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then let's print a new line. Then the next ex4, so you can print the item and see what's going to happen. But it's better to have this one. You can print ex4, and you can give the key that will print the values. This will print the keys. So this will print the values. Then if you apply this for ex3, ex3, that is also a dictionary. No need to apply for the same thing. Let's apply to ex2. That will print ex2. That will print the items in ex2. Let's apply to ex1. That will print the items in ex1. Okay, let me show all of these things together. So anything is iterable, right? Dictionary, list, tuple, anything is iterable. That means you can access the item. Here, the first one is, you can see the first one is this one, S1 is the set, but it will not print the duplicate items, right? Please note that it will not print the duplicate items. The next one is uh, dictionary, keys, dictionary, values. Then the next one is tuple, ex2 is the tuple. And next one is ex1 is the list. So for loop can be applied to any of these. But for dictionary, there's a separate way to do this. For dictionary, you can access keys and you can access values in these two methods. Okay, I think you better write down. So where we have to stop? Where we have stopped? Wait. Let me change
Yeah.
the font size a little. Then you will be see all of these things together. Okay, we stopped here, no? List, tuple, dictionary, and this is set. List. Number one is list. This is a complex data type. The number two
Yeah.
is tuple. Number three is dictionary.
Yes.
And number four is set. Okay, please write down. So please remember those things, because in list, tuples, dictionaries, you have keys, but in sets you don't have keys. List, tuple, dictionaries, you have keys, but in sets you don't have. And especially in the dictionary, you can access the key separately and access the value separately. So that is much more uh, convenient or customizable way to maybe display or store set of values, right? That is dictionary. But in your syllabus, basically they focus on the list, because it is what similar to, that is the thing that similar to arrays. Because in other programming language, they don't have this list, tuple, dictionary, separate things. So they have only arrays. Using arrays, it is required to compile the other components like tuples and all. So using arrays, it is required to implement that. Okay, then let's move on. Then built-in functions. I think we have discussed these built-in functions, some of the built-in functions. So here, uh, right? So
Yes.
how to access single character of a string. So if you have a string, let's say new file new. So let's say a name equal Dasun Nilanjana. And I just want to access a single character. I just want to print the name, the 0th letter. This is in the string will be treated as an array or list. String will also be treated as an array or list. Let's run this example 005 this time .py. So here it will print the character D. Letter D will be printed. So why I said it is treated as list? So because sorry, it is treated as tuple, not list, right? It is treated as a tuple. Why tuple? Because you can't edit this. You cannot say name 0 is equal to K. So if you try to do that here, it will give str object does not support item assignment, which is similar to tuple, no? Read only. Understood?
Yeah.
So you
Yep.
can't edit the, so you can print that, but you can't edit the number, edit the letter or anything. So because you can
Mm-hmm.
read, but you can't edit. So that is similar to tuple. But you can print letter by letter. If you want, you can print letter by letter, you can print. So you can say for L or for K in range, so for K in name, you can print K and then end with some space maybe. Or you can say for another method, for J in range, length of name means till it finish all the characters, length of the particular name. Length of name is total characters, total number of characters. So then it will start from 0 to, it will move up to total number of character minus 1. Why minus 1? Because last index will not be counted, no? In range,
Oh yeah.
yeah, in range, if you give in range 10, it will go up to 9. 0 to 9. In range 10 means 0 to 9. In range 11 means 0 to 10. So similar to then in range length of the name means if length of the mean 15, it will go up to 14th character means the last character. So that is enough. So we need the last one. So we can print print this name jth item and end this with the same space. So in between, let's print in between this, let's print empty line. Let's print empty line. So let me run this. Now I can see. Okay, the first one it's printing in the 0th character D. The second one it's printing in the name, the letter by letter. The third one is also printing the letter by letter. But this is accessing by the index. Accessing by the index 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, the number, accessing by
Mm-hmm.
the number. If you are going to print the character, okay, let's print like this. If you're going to print the character, what will happen? If you're going to print J, what will happen? It will print the character index number, right? So let me run this. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
first one, okay, the second one, you can see 0 is D, 1 is A, 2 is S, 3 is A. Likewise, it will print the character number, right? You can see 4 is N, 5 is space, the space is also counted, 6
Okay.
is N, and 14 is A. That's why I said if
Right.
number has 15, it will go up to 14. Understood? Hello?
Mm.
Understood or not? Any doubts? Any doubts if you have? So I'll
Yes.
print like this. This is the,
Yes, sir.
okay. You understood, no? Clear.
Hello?
And then CHR and ORD. So let me use this in maybe sensible way. CHR and ORD. Let me use this in more sensible way. I just want to print the character code. I just want to print the character code of each character. I'm going to use the same one. I need the character code. So I'll tell I need ORD. ORD means the ASCII character value of this one. ORD of K. Let's run the second line, third line. So it shows the character value of each. So I'm going to add 1 to this character value. Now what will happen? Yes. If I add 1 to this character value, what will be printed? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Mm. Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay, so if hello, hello.
Uh, yes, sir. Hello.
Okay, if I'm going to add one, then one will be added to the character and printed. What I'm going to do after adding, I'm going to convert that to a character. So let me run this.
Okay.
Now you can see what has happened. Okay, now you can see this is the what it prints. I have given my name and I have taken the character value of it and added one and then convert back to a character and displayed. Now you can see instead of D, I can see E. Instead of A, I can see B.
Yeah.
Instead of S, I can see T. So value is the character value is shifted by one.
Oh.
All right. So this is basically what this is called monoalphabetic Caesar cipher. This is called monoalphabetic Caesar cipher or encryption algorithm. The most primitive
Yeah.
one is replacing one character with another character. So this is what used in encryption. This is
Right.
simplest format. This is what Julius Caesar was using. So he has replaced one character from another character and sent. Why? So when he sent messages, the enemies used to capture his soldiers or the messengers and try to read the message in the war. So it was headache for him. So what he did, he used a mechanism that
Mm-hmm.
his mechanism is called Julius Caesar cipher or monoalphabetic cipher or replacing or substitution basic encryption algorithm. That means instead of one character, he has used another character and then sent the message. Then the enemies captured those soldiers, but the thing is they couldn't read the message at once because he
Right.
has used encryption algorithm. So it was secure way for communicating. That was the initial era in the World War. But later, with the computer security, we are also using monoalphabetic ciphers. But this cipher is quite easy.
Mm-hmm.
You just shift by one character means anyone can read that. By reversing that, no. Right? So anyone can read that if you are given this input, by reversing that, you can read
Yeah.
the value, right? So if you let's write the reverse algorithm for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you give a name, let's give the encrypted name, right? N2 or encrypted name, name. I'm trying to teach you some other theory using this. Let's say this is the encrypted name, and I'm going to decrypt that. Let's say for enc name, I'm going to minus one and I'm going to convert that character minus one and then CHR. So then you can see the encrypt. Okay, this is the encrypted one and the second one. So after this, I need the print. So here, let me comment all these things because this is not relevant for me for the moment. Let me start from this and end from this one. So all these things are irrelevant. Now, first round, you can see the encryption. The second one, you can see the decryption. Okay, understood? Understood the way? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can also
Hello.
try this, right? You can also try this. Yeah. You can try all these things together. Right, some other functions given. So here this one is CHR, ORD, and then the length of the string, yes, we discussed. Then slicing, taken from beginning to end or taken from end to beginning. So, and taking the mid part of the text and joining. So let's see that part too. And okay, I'm going to use the same shell. If I want the beginning part, I can say print my name, just the same name. I can tell, sorry, 0 to maybe 0 to 5. Then, sorry, name 0 to 5. We'll take 0th character to 5th character from the beginning, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, so let me comment other things, right? So this one, let me comment and run this. Okay, you can see the sum 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the other way, as given here, you can take the reverse direction, the minus and given this empty. For an example, you can print like print, you can give the minus value, let's say minus 3, and you can say,
Right.
making this empty. Then you can say it will be printing ANA, the last three thing. And if you want last 6 characters, last 7 characters, okay, LN, JN, or last 10 characters, or last 9 characters. Then this one, so the next one in your book, it says the take in middle part. Middle part means you can give the starting point. If you want to take middle, from the middle, if you want to take a part, can tell the starting index. Let's say you want to start from, okay, you want to start from 3, third character, and you want to take 3 plus 5, 8 characters. Okay, 3 plus 5 characters. So you can give like 8. Then it will print here. Starting from the third character, it will print the 5 characters. Right? UN space NI. So let's take the second name. Can you tell how to take the second name then using this method? The starting character should be, yes, to get the second name using this mid method. Starting character should be 6, no? The ending character should be? Ending character, can you tell the ending character? You need 10 characters, no? 6 plus 10 is 16. Oh, sorry. You need 9 characters, no? 6 plus, that is 15.
Uh,
Right? Then it will again print the second name. Okay, here.
right.
Starting from the 6th one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is space, 6 is n. Starting from 6 to 15. Or you can say make this empty, starting from 6 and empty, and it will go from 6 to the last character. That is also acceptable. 6 to, if you don't know what is the last character number, you can make this place empty. It will go to the last character. Right? Empty means you just give the starting position and make this empty means it will go to the particular end. So here also, the first one also you can say empty and 5. Then it will start from 0. So what will happen if it is
Right.
empty and empty? Empty and empty then? Starting from the first one to the last one, everything will be printed.
Yeah.
And I think here you can see the first one, 0 to 5, it's equal to empty to 5. Minus 9 to empty, or you can say 6 to empty. Minus 9 means you are counting the character minus way, right? This character is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and it is increasing the minus value this direction. So this starting from 0, the positive value will be increased to this direction. So if you print like this, what will be printed? Can you tell me? If you print from minus 14 to end, what will be printed? minus 14 to n. Minus 14 means you have to start from minus 1. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Minus 14 means starting from letter A.
A.
Hmm. Starting from letter A. Everything will be printed here. ASUN. But if you want to start from the corner, you have to minus 15 to n. Right? So in the other way,
Yeah.
you can say like this also. You can tell starting from 0 to go to the last character, 0 to 15, 0 up to 15. You can go and that will also print the same thing. Yeah. Empty to empty, accepted, minus 15 to that is accepted, zeros to 14, 0 to 14 forward, that is accepted. And if you want, you can print from minus 1 to the beginning with minus 1 steps. Minus 1 means the last character. To begin with minus 1 steps means it will reverse. Yeah, it will reverse. Minus 1 to
Yeah.
begin with minus 1 steps. And to reverse, you can give this one also. You can give empty to empty reverse steps. Empty to empty, then it will detect the both corners. Or you can say 14 to empty in minus 1 steps. 14 to step, because 14 is the, yeah, all three are equal. 14 is the last character, no? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So last character has two names. What are they? Two indexes. Plus 14 or minus 1. Understood how indexing happen?
Yeah.
Plus වලින් ගත්තොත් 0, it will increase from 0 to plus numbers. Then it will get
Uh-huh.
plus 14. Minus, if you start from minus 1 to, the minus numbers will increase this direction. Plus numbers will increase this direction. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, all are giving the same results, right? Same results, but same thing. And so is there any way, any other way to give this? Or you can say like this. You can say length of name minus 1, length of name minus 1 to minus, that will also reverse the name. Because length of name is 15, 15 minus 1 is 14. Again, it will reverse. There are many ways to do the same thing. Even to go forward, so this is to go forward means move forward also you can use this method. Move forward, you can say empty to empty, empty to empty, empty steps. Or you can say empty to empty plus 1 steps. Empty to empty plus 1 steps. Then also it will print beginning to the end with plus 1 here. These two, empty to empty, empty steps, empty to empty plus 1 steps. Then minus 1 to empty, minus 1 steps, empty to empty, minus 1 steps, 14 to the empty, minus 1 steps, or length of name minus 1 to minus 1 steps. So that's why in the examination, so maybe if it's MCQ question, they can ask all the methods.
Oh,
All the methods are valid. So can you please write down this?
yes, sir.
Special thing, right? Special thing. So actually before I write down, please understand the special thing is, so indexing will be starting from 0 to 0, 1, dot, 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 dot. And the last one will be length of the list minus 1. Right? That is how the steps are calculated. And from the other end, it is minus 1 to, right? So how it other ends, the reverse counting happens from You can say reverse counting happen from -1, -2, dot dot dot. The last one will be length of, actually, minus length of list, minus length of list. Okay, this is how the reverse counting happen. I'll comment this part also, and this part too. So please remember how counting happens. This is also very important.
The taking the quotient.
Okay, the positive numbers are starting from 0 and going right side.
Yeah,
Negative numbers are starting from
the right side.
right side and starting from -1, -1, and it's going increasing. The negative value is increasing left side. Okay, so that's the one that you should remember here, and that's how this system happened. And okay, regarding strings, so there are some special things. For an example, you can multiply the string by 2 if you want. So if you want to multiply this by 2, you can simply say asterisk 2, and it will multiply the particular string by and print 2 times here. So multiplication you can apply to the strings as well. And not only that, you can add to the string. You can add this part and you can add again the same part if you want, you can add. That is called concatenation. Okay, in Python, it supports string multiplication and concatenation. Here it is concatenation. So in concatenation happen this way. If you want to concatenate ABC to DEF and assign this to maybe K equal this one. And if you print K, you can see the concatenation happen. And you can print K multiply by 3 times if you want. That will also concatenate this 3 times. Okay, that is special features which can be applied to string only in Python, only available in Python. But concatenation is there in other languages. But basically, multiplication is there in Python. Okay, so
Right.
with that, I think it's a small thing, right? Small thing, you can just remember this without writing. If you want, you can write, but it's easy to remember. So multiplication and addition. Addition of string is called concatenation.
Yeah.
Concatenation. Addition of string is called concatenation. Okay, then here the other language it has concat. Here also concat, but here you can say simply S1 plus S2. Here in VB.NET also that can be done using plus and AND operator. Okay, then slicing. Slicing means taking parts. So we discuss how to take parts. Right? So this is how the extraction happen. And then rounding. Rounding means if you have like, okay, let me show these things quickly. In the shell itself, I'm going to demonstrate. If you have a number like, let's say, 22 divided by 7, that is 5. If you want to round that 5, if you want to round 70, so 22 divided by 7 to 2 decimal points, you can mention like this. Okay, round, then the floating point number and number of, and if you want, you can take the integer value of that too. So if you want, you can take the integer value of a decimal, integer number of 22 divided by 7. Then it will take the integer value only, which is 3, integer part only. Okay, round in and take in the integer value. That is also important thing. Round in and take in the integer value, and that is also important part of this. And here round and take in the integer value and convert in string to integer and float. We have discussed that already. How to convert from string to integer. So if you input a number, let's say x equal input, x equal input number, and okay, now let's enter a number. Now if you say x plus x, it will give 34. Why?
Yeah.
Because it is concatenated. But if you take
Mm-hmm.
intx plus intx, it will add the numbers. Int x plus int x, that will add the numbers. And so similar to that, you can float. You can float x and plus intx. What's the answer? Float x plus intx. What will be the answer?
Uh,
Float x plus intx.
it would be 68.
Still 68, but 68.0. It will be
Oh, right.
the point 0 will be count. Float x plus float x.
Uh,
Again, the same thing.
68.0.
0. Okay, so please remember these things. And then format in the numbers. Format in the numbers of output. So when you want to print numbers, so for an example, if you write print, let's say print number 1 plus and yeah, print number 1 plus number 2 equal can give like this. So in the curly braces, you can give here these places, basically these F and D parts you can replace. So here in the curly braces, the values given can be replaced. For an example, number 1, let's do something like this: curly braces and okay, curly braces and curly braces. Curly braces plus curly braces equal curly braces. And you are going to give, after this, you are going to give tree, format. Then you are going to give the number 1 or 3, comma 4, comma 7. Let's close this. And you can see it will give 3 plus 4 equal 7. The curly braces will be simply replaced by the given numbers. The curly braces will be replaced by the given numbers. Or you can give like this, right? Curly braces equal this one, and format 3. So format 3 plus 4. Then you can give 3 plus 4,
Right.
right? So and that will
Mm-hmm.
again give the answer. So this curly brace, you have to give this in order, right? In the order you have to give. Right here also you
Yeah.
can see what will happen in this one. N1 colon and this N1 will be the call. This brackets will be replaced in N1, and this braces will be represented in this one, and this braces will be represented in this one. O and then dollar 3 colon 2F. That will be the price. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, this is actually these special symbols say how to align to center, left, right align, right, and whether the number is overall character width of the value. So these are some special symbols which can be used inside the curly braces. And inside the curly
Right.
braces, you can give these values. Right, okay. So you can try these things because let's use something like this. But this will not be really useful using here. Let's use a 1 colon, sorry, here 1 colon cap 10. What has happened? 1 colon cap. So then the place actually should be 0th position. So, but other positions we are using other positions we are using numbers, no. So all three positions you have to give like this. If you are using all manual numbering, you have to give the zeroth position. This is like a dictionary: zeroth position, first position, and the second position. All three positions you have to give. So you can't just give one position. You have to give all three positions. Sorry. Right, but please give it the same format. This one, then you will understand what's.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to repeat the same. It's easy, and here you have colon and these codes. After colon, you have to give these codes. Okay,
Right.
then random numbers. Random numbers in Python can be used the rand int function. If you use rand int function, it is possible to give random number 1 to 6 random numbers. Rand. You had first import.
Oh, that's it.
Sorry.
Like we just type random and the the range, and we
Yeah,
get
random and
correctly.
range, exclusive range of the random pseudo random number. So, but basically, you have to import the random library. As I cannot remember why I exact the rand method rand. I think import math.rand. No, so let's use capital math. Cannot remember exactly. Import rand. We can say math rand. No. Rand int. Sorry, I cannot remember this exactly how it's taken. I'll explain this after checking, right? So anyway, in math library, as I remember, it's in. Oh, is there any random int library? It says the random library, but example is not given, no. So in random library, but let's use math.rand. No, it says no attribute. Math.round. Nope. Sorry, you have to import the library and use that, and I have to check because for a long time I have not used this random int function. Let's Google it. And int in Python. Yeah, import random. You have to import the random library directly. So not math.random, they have random library. So because I have used many languages, it's confusing sometimes because some languages they're not using. You have to first import the random library. Import the random library. Then in the random library you can call random dot rand int. Then give the range between 1 to 10. It will give a number and it some random integer between. So you have this can be used to create small game, maybe lottery, a prediction game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can give
Right.
the range, right? If it is 100, it will give a random number between 1 to 100. It's changing. So not there within, it's changing time to time. This is called pseudo
Mm-hmm.
random, not actual random. Pseudo random means this is generated according to an algorithm. Because in computers, you have to compute the random number. No? So random is always not random. It's pseudo random.
Yeah.
So because it's calculated, it's pre-calculated version. The random algorithm is somewhat difficult to find out what is the next, but it is always a pseudo random. But in lottery drawing and all, That is random. That is not pseudo
Yeah.
random. That is random. But this computer generated one is pseudo random. So it depends on an algorithm. Okay, with that, I think we can finish for today. So I think next day we have to discuss more about these file handling,
Mm-hmm.
dates, and the file handling, yes, text file handling. And even image files can be handled using Python, not just text. Image files can also be handled. And with that, we can finish this lesson. So that is the lesson summary, and there are some questions. So
Yeah.
we'll discuss that part next day. Then the structured programming. In structured programming, actually, we have discussed selection, sequence, and repetition, and the functions. But we have
Yeah.
some, yeah, we have some of the areas left. We can discuss those areas also in the next day. Probably we can finish chapter 13 and 14 together, both.
Right.
Okay. Then do you have any doubts up to here, up to this? Or if you want, take a print screen of the
Um,
last exercise that we did. So these are just number formatting and the random numbers. You have to import the rand. Okay, take a print screen of this, please.
I
Share
took it, sir, before.
top, completed.
Yes, sir.
And the picture, please take a screenshot, right?
I took, sir.
Okay. Okay, then this one, the random one. Okay, you can try and
Done.
create a lottery or something related from that. And this random can be used in the, maybe you can combine with other programs. For an example, okay, let's say, let's do small thing, kind of interesting thing, because we have done just basic theory, covered basic theory, nothing applied. So let's use the turtle library to do something better, just to randomize and do something, import turtle. And I'm going to use t equal turtle dot turtle object. I'm going to create a turtle object, and then I'm for I in range. So let's say 100, and I'm going to increase the speed. T dot speed equal 10, and for I in range 100. And what I'm going to do is forward, or t dot forward, and I'm going to forward. I'm going to import the other library. Import random library. And then I'm going to forward the random dot rand in between, let's say 20 to 100. I'm going to forward a rand int between 20 to 100, and t dot left, I'm going to turn left side again. Let's turn like random between 123 to 150. Okay, then I'm going to forward random distance, and I'm going to turn left side random angle. Understood?
Yes.
And I'm going to repeat this 100 times. Let's see what will be created. It's a kind of crazy one. ex006.py. This is a crazy drawing. Yes, should be. Okay. Something random. As you can see, it's always okay. Some kind of triangles, but it's totally random, right? It will
Mm-hmm.
draw a random kind of thing, right? Because
I see.
no guidance, no guidelines, no specific
Yeah.
angles, nothing. It's a between a range, uh, drawing like random. So it will draw something like this. Okay, just try these things. So you can use this for different purposes. That way I
Yeah.
show. Even the colors you can select randomly. Color codes you can give randomly. Right?
Yeah.
So likewise, you can maybe try for different abstracts. Right? Abstract. This one
Sure.
also you can randomize. This one also you can randomize. The range also
Mm-hmm.
you can randomize, and that will anyway draw a random abstract shape. Just try for that. Maybe for tiles and all designs can be randomized. Right? For
Oh,
tiles and all, the designs can be
right.
randomized likewise. It can be used in many purposes. Okay, with that, I'm going to stop for today. If you want, take a screenshot of this one too. You can just try.
Done, sir.
Okay. Then see you in the next day. So if you have
Okay.
anything, any doubts, please let me know through WhatsApp.
Uh,
Okay. Have a nice day.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day, sir.